Hey, what's up guys? So I know this is a lot different than the videos that I normally do, but a lot of people have been asking me how I do this, so instead of explaining it to each and every one of them, I'm just going to make a video and link it to them. Alright, so if that's you, hello. So today I'm going to show you how to hook up multiple audio inputs into one thing, this program Voicemeter. And this is how I have my voice, my piano, as well as my computer audio all into one thing. These are the people that make Voicemeter. The version I use is called Potato. There's other versions. Basically, as you go up in like the fruits or vegetables or whatever, they have more inputs and more complicated stuff pretty much. So I use Potato because it suits my needs, and also it has reverb and delay and stuff like that, which works well for me. So first you're gonna go ahead and download this. I recommend downloading the exe. I think it's a bit easier, but if you want to check out what's inside, you can do the zip or whatever floats your boat. Of course, click yes. For me it says remove because I've already installed it before. It'll also ask to install other things. Just let it all install, even though that sounds kind of strange. Just let it all install, and then it'll work properly. Alright, so technically this is donation where you don't have to pay for it. It'll just make you wait a certain amount of time before you can use it. For you right now, your first time booting up, it'll be like 5 seconds. But for me, I've been using it for a little bit, so it's almost 2 minutes of waiting. Over 2 minutes of waiting. So I'll be back with you. Alright, now that that's done, you click right here. And this is how it'll look for you without anything here. So from here you have two options. Either you can go in the description and download, I have a setup file where you download the file, you go to menu here, and you go to load settings, and then you grab the file, and it'll load all my custom settings, which are the ones that I use for talking to people through Discord. Or I can explain to you how it works right now and you can adjust accordingly. So Voicemeter, basically what it does is you set all your inputs over here on the left side, and then over here is the output. So, I guess it still has all my labels. This is what I have my microphone as, so I click here, and then I go down. I'm using a Blue Yeti, so right here. And I recommend you use WDM because it has less delay than MME. I don't really know anything about the actual audio formats. I just know that from experience with piano. It's a lot easier without delay. And now right here, this is where I have, I'll explain that later. And this is my piano, which I have as line in. And if you're wondering how to set something up as line 1, here I'll show you. So in this picture here, you see all these audio jacks in the back of my computer, right? So you figure out which one is the microphone in port. It can be in a laptop or whatever. You know how there's usually a headphone jack and then a microphone jack? So you're going to want to use a double-sided aux cable or a 3.5mm jack, right? To plug into that microphone port. And the other end is going to go into your instrument, your keyboard, whatever you want. I have mine going in directly to my keyboard, as you can see here. So that's how the audio is really clean. So right here, WDM line in. And then this I have, trying to remember, what do I have this as? Oh yeah, I have this as my browser. I'll fix that later. And this I have as my webcam microphone, actually. There. So now, and over here, you're gonna want to set your output, right? So A1, you want to set as your speakers or your headphones, whatever you use. So it's, I use the output of my microphone. That's what I have my headphones plugged into. So I'm gonna go to speakers, Yeti microphone. And now, I can hear myself. Alright, that was strange. I don't like that. So, if you hear yourself and it's not pleasant, then you want to click A1 right here to disable it. So pretty much how this works is because you set your output as A1 up here, wherever A1 is enabled in these little bubbles down here, you'll hear sound from it. Right now you can see my microphone is making audio signals right here, like see, and over here as well, over here my webcam microphone does as well. And if I hit notes on my piano over here, you can see that it pops up right there. So if you wanted to, for some reason, practice by yourself, right, but you're in a call, you could simply disable this right here, B1, because B1 is what goes out. It's what goes into Discord. So if you disable this, you can still hear it yourself, but they can't hear it. But if you want just them to hear it, but not you, for some reason, you would disable this, right? So usually I keep these two enabled. So now this is when it gets interesting. So To get it to Discord, pretty much you need to set your inputs and outputs of Discord to Voicemeter, but very specific Voicemeter settings. So I'll show you. So I'm going to open Discord right here. So we're going to go into settings and then voice and video. What you're going to choose is, this is very important. It should look the same here. You want to choose Voicemeter output right here. So the input should be Voicemeter output, not VAO3 output, Voicemeter output. You click that. In your output device, you want to be Voicemeter input, which is right here. Not aux input, not VAO3 input, Voicemeter input. So I know it's a little strange where the output is the input and the input is the output. The reason it's like that is because whatever Voicemeter sends out, it goes into Discord, all of your inputs, correct? And whatever comes out of Discord goes into here. And that's where you hear it. So if you want to adjust how the volume of people talking in Discord, you can use this right here. I think I have mine set to like right here because people are loud. And yeah, I think that pretty much covers it as far as your voice and instruments. Now I'm going to be talking about how to set up virtual audio cable, which is how you set up either something like FL Studio or your computer audio to Voicemeter and in return Discord. Alright, so for this you're going to want to install something else called Virtual Audio Cable, which I will also include in the description. It's made by the same people, VB Audio. It's over here actually. Virtual Audio Cable. So you're going to want to install this completely. Once you install it, it'll take a bit to install. I've already installed it, so I'm not going to install it again. And I'm assuming you already know how to install things. You're going to want to go to your sound settings. Man, Windows 10 is dumb, so we have to go to here. Sound control panel. There we go. Alright, so under recording, you're going to want to look for cable output, which is right here. And you want to make sure that it is enabled. It doesn't have to be your default device, which it shouldn't be. It just needs to be enabled, as well as a second one if you really need it. Alright, now you want to go into Voicemeter, and first we're going to set up my main audio right here. So I have my main audio set as the first one, I believe. So that'll be this. The one that doesn't say 2, the one that says nothing. Cable output. So I set this right here. And then I go to the bottom right, where the sound icon is. I open this up. And then I click right here. Speakers Virtual Audio Cable. So when you're switching it to Virtual Audio Cable, it's sending it now directly to Voicemeter instead. So if I just pull up YouTube, right? And if I pull up some, say, quality content. You'll see that my computer audio comes through here. And in return, it's running through Discord. So that's really helpful if you want to, I mean, I guess you could play music through your mic that way, if you really wanted to. But it basically lets you have a soundboard that you don't have to download MP3 files to, which is pretty helpful. So next, I also have one for FL Studio, which is the DAW I use. And so I have this one set to Audio Cable 2. So if I bring up FL Studio right now, and I go up here, Options, Audio Settings, I just set my output in FL Studio to Virtual Audio Cable. So now, if I just put a piano on it, there we go. If I just play this, oh, you can hear a double. It's not really supposed to happen. So if I'm going to mute my piano right here. So now, see, it's going through FL Studio, not my main audio. So if you wanted to just hear it by yourself, you would disable this right here, because that disables what they can hear. B1 is what they can hear, A1 is what you can hear. So you disable this, now you can only hear it. And vice versa if you really wanted to. Reverb, I only use it on my voice sometimes. Alright, yeah, that's what I like about Voicemeter Potato, is the reverb and the delay. I like to use the reverb on my voice sometimes because it's fun. So right, if you use the download that I had in the description for my specific setup, then, well, after changing all your inputs and such, you will have this enabled, this up here, the reverb. You can switch it on and off by clicking, and if you right click, you can bring up all this host of options, which I don't really mess with. I just chose the one that sounds the biggest, right? And this right here, these will be turned all the way up in my, here, actually, I'm going to open up my, my thing real quick. Load settings, desktop, there it is, Strudel settings. Yeah, that's how I have everything set up normally. So if I turn this up, it'll be reverb. Oh, I heard that. Yeah, that's how it works, as well as delay, which I don't like hearing myself delayed. So we're not going to do that. Let me know if I missed anything, and I will answer your questions in the comments below. All right, see ya.